Today, we're cooking Korean cuisine, making bulgogi, which is barbecue beef we're using two ways, with rice and then in japchae, a once royal dish of stir-fried noodles. Joining me to journey into the wonders of Korean cooking is Jeanie Kang. Along with her husband Josh, she runs BOM Oriental Market in Brandon and has taken over restaurant Gangchu in Seminole Heights. Welcome to the Dinner DeeAs kitchen.
Nice to meet you.
I am so excited to have you here because Jeanie is here to share how to make bulgogi, barbecue beef, but there's no grill necessary for it. And then we're going to be using it two ways. Serving it just with rice first, and then as part of japchae, which is stir-fried noodles.
Right.
Very cool. What do we need to do to get started with this dish?
So you can't really have Korean dish without having white rice, right?
Okay.
So let's have that going first. Have the white rice ready.
And what type of rice do we have here?
So we do have the sticky white rice.
Okay.
Right? So it's different than sweet rice. Sometimes we use sweet rice for different type of food, but everyday rice, you just asking for sticky rice. So yeah, I just washed the rice for like 4 to 5 times.
Okay.
And add a little bit of water. And then close it down. All you have to do
yeah,
is,
that's cool.
Yeah, press that button. Now, this is giving us 30 minutes
30
to prepare
minutes.
for dinner.
Let's go. Now we've got, what type of beef here then?
So we normally recommend having thinly sliced ribeye.
Okay.
So this is that.
And you have to have thin. It has to be very, very thin slices here?
Right. This is about this thin, right?
Yeah.
Very nice and thin, right? This way, when you mix that with the sauce, you don't really have to wait too long to get it all soaked and marinate. So this is not only easy, but it's also easier to chew.
Love it.
Very soft when you do that.
What's next then?
You use the sugar, and in this case, I also use a syrup first before anything else.
Okay.
That way.
And this is just regular granulated sugar?
Right. This, I just use a regular sugar, but for like people for like a diabetes, who has diabetes, or people who also wants to have a different type of sugar substitute, that's fine.
Okay. And what type of syrup is this here?
This is just a regular cornstarch syrup.
Okay.
But if you don't have it, again, it's okay. Just use another type of like a sugary or a sweetener
Okay.
that you have. That's it.
That's
and
it.
then you just have to rub it in. Just give them a little massage.
Okay.
Before anything else. I actually try to see if it is still the same by just adding everything else all together at the same time. That way, even if you use the like same amount of sugar, it's less sugary.
Okay.
Which make you add additional sugar in there. We don't want that,
You
right?
don't want that.
We want to cut down as much as possible. Yes, I know the Korean barbecue is a little sweeter.
It does have a little bit of sweetness behind it,
Right.
but it's not supposed to be, you know, truly
Right.
sweet.
Now we care about our health, right? We want to eat healthy. So we want to cut down sugar as much as possible. So that's why same amount of sugar, if you have it, use that first. Just give them a little bit of massage, right?
Okay.
This is good.
Very good.
And then you just add soy sauce.
Now, do you like to have soy sauce with sodium in, sodium free?
This version, I use like less sodium version.
Less sodium, okay.
Yeah. But you can use an all-purpose, like a regular soy sauce is fine.
Okay.
Okay, so soy sauce,
Okay.
right? And then I use mirin. But if you don't have mirin, that's fine. You can just use the same amount for the rice vinegar if you have it.
Okay, so rice vinegar could work for that. Okay.
But again, this, you can skip it,
Okay.
right? And then keep giving them massage. And then we use, of course, garlic.
Garlic, yep.
Korean food has to have garlic. This, you can add more or less, however you want
Okay.
it. The more garlic you put it in, it's not going to ruin anything. So I use pretty good amount of garlic, but if you don't like it, that's fine, right? And before I add other veggie options, this is what it kicks in.
What is that?
This, I know a lot of American people call it IDH juice because it just looks like IDH, but it's in Korean, it says pear, which is pear.
For pear, okay.
It's a pear puree juice. You can also find it at like a BOM market, right? Or any other like Asian market. This is pretty popular.
Okay.
This will make our life so much easier because traditionally what you have to do for bulgogi, you actually add this Asian pear, Korean pear, right? Half of that, and also half of the onions, and just mix them with the, mixer them with the water, and juice them out and add it in.
Okay, so that would have that essence that you would have had to have done.
Right, but again, we don't have time. We are all busy working moms. We don't have time. But this we're gonna do.
This has everything that you would have had.
And also this little small can is perfect size. It's about like 238 milliliter, right?
Okay.
This is good. But again, if you don't have it, I tried it with a different way. You can add same amount of water, about like 200, right?
Okay.
200 milliliters of water. Mix that with little 2 additional tablespoon of sugar.
Okay.
Just make it, because of course the juice, it's a little bit sweeter side, right?
Yeah.
So if
when you open it, I can get a smell of sweetness behind it.
And this tastes so good. So you can just have it by itself.
Ooh.
Yeah, you can have it by itself too. So again, if you don't have pear juice, fine, just use water.
Okay.
And then a little bit more of a sugar, just to make it, just maintain the level. What you want to make sure is just keep the ratio of 5 to 3.
5 to 3.
For the soy sauce and any sweetener. So if you want to use 5 of soy sauce, make sure you have any type of sweetener, 3.
3. Okay, so 5 to 3 on that one.
Yeah.
So then what's got to also go in next?
So after this, I am going to add our veggies.
Okay.
Again, this is not a must, but this is so good. I try to put a lot of onions as much as possible.
Okay.
And then green onions, right? These 2 are very basic stuff that we all have at home, right? And I also do have mushroom here. This time I have stocky mushroom, but you can use different type of mushroom, or if you're not a mushroom person, skip it.
Okay.
Okay. And then you just mix them.
To make your own fire meat for dinner, grab the recipe Jeanie has been making from dinnerdeeas.com. If you have your phone handy, use the QR code to find us. All that means is open your camera up as if you're taking a photo, but aim it at the box in the corner of the screen. And if it's big enough in the center of the frame, a link to our site will pop up on your phone, saving you precious seconds of typing. You're welcome. Use them wisely, my friends. All right,
And
now what's going in next?
We are almost done. Last step, after you're done, we just put a little bit of black pepper. And of course, sesame oil
And
at
the
the
sesame
end.
oil.
Yeah.
What does the sesame oil bring to the table? What type of flavor profile would this add?
This will give us a very signature-wise, all the Korean food, both japchae and bulgogi or any other like a popular Korean dish that you can think of. We use the sesame oil, that it has its own taste, right? But here, if you put this oil very at the beginning, it's going to have the coating around it. So it's going to prevent any other ingredients go into. So that's why you want to wait until the very end.
So it's very intentional for where it's added. Okay.
So we are done.
We're done. What do we need to do next with this?
So you can actually go ahead and just stir fry them right away, but for a better taste, I recommend put them in the freezer, cover for like 15 to 20 minutes. Or if you want, you can just have it sit there for like a day. Or if this is too much, you can just separate them in the Ziploc and just put it in the freezer. That's a quick meal prep. You're done.
I will help with this part because I see noodles too. What do we need to do with the noodles?
Okay, so today we're gonna make a japchae with a glass noodle, which is also we call it sweet potato starch noodle. So people like now this noodle because it's gluten-free.
It's gluten-free, so like I have to ask that because it's gluten-free, and that's a lot of how people really eat now. Easy to find then because so many people are gluten-free.
They now know, instead of in Korean, let me tell you this, we call it 당면, but it's hard, right? So instead of using the full name of sweet potato starch noodle, we call it glass noodles.
Glass noodles.
Right, glass noodles everywhere, especially like at Oriental Market, if you go there, you can just find it, but usually it's a very big bag, right? This one today, I brought it, the cut out version. So you don't have to deal with it. And this is perfect size. It's 300 grams. It's gonna be good for a family of 5 or 6. There are different ways of prepare this noodles. If you have enough time, if you know for sure that you're gonna make japchae tonight, then just put it in the room temperature water for like hours. That's fine. Just let it sit.
So it has to soak at some point. It just can't go straight in like a box of spaghetti. Pull it open, put it into boiling water.
Or you can just prepare it just like in a pasta, where you just boil the water and put them in, just boil them for like 6 minutes. If you don't have time, you can do that and drain them. But today, I'm just going to put this into nice and hot warm water for like 15 minutes or 20 minutes while we are preparing for the next step.
I love it because the meat's marinating, the noodles are noodling, so we're gonna take a break. When we come back, we get to walk and cook both dishes up in mere minutes, and we'll show you how. Ahead on Dinner DeeAs. Welcome back to Dinner DeeAs. We're cooking classics from Korea today, thanks to our guest Jeanie Kang from restaurant Gangchu. She's been sharing how to make your own bulgogi, barbecue beef, which we'll be cooking right here on the stovetop in a moment and serving with rice and as part of a japchae, stir-fried noodles. Before the break, we started the rice in the rice cooker, then prepped our beef for the bulgogi, combining with sugar and starch syrup, then adding soy sauce, mirin, Asian pear juice, green onions, garlic, and black pepper, covering it all and letting it marinate in the fridge for 15 minutes, which is also how long we had to soak our glass noodles. So this right here is now going to be the star.
Right. So this beef is ready to cook, right? And we also drained the water for the noodle. Both are ready. So for japchae, this is good because not only this glass noodles can be like a gluten-free option, but it can also be vegetarian option. You don't have to add any meat option, but here, since we already marinated beef, we're gonna use a little bit of beef here for japchae, and I'm going to cook bulgogi on your side.
I love it. What do we need to cook first?
So first, add a little bit of vegetable oil.
Okay.
And then we are going to add our carrots and a little bit of beef. You don't have to have that much. So I'm just going to give you that much, and I'll take the rest of them.
You're going to take the rest of it? It smells so good. I wanted more of that.
I'll make sure I'm going to
so
cook you
good.
a nice taste bulgogi right there. And for my bulgogi, I don't really need any oil. Just turning them, and you can add rest of the veggies. But you can be creative in terms of which veggies you want to put it in. Just make sure you have nice, colorful veggies.
I love it. So we just got a little bit of some white onions there. Looks like we got some red onions here. And you went colorful. You are absolutely right because we've got some bell peppers and
normally
green.
we are trying to use 7 different ingredients, just to be lucky 7, right?
Is that part of tradition? 7? Is it rooted in? Yeah.
Right. So again, you don't have to worry about it
because
having
you know
all
why?
different.
I'm in 7th heaven with you right now.
And also don't forget the mushroom that I have.
Now, what type of mushrooms are these?
It's called ear mushroom. That's the typical mushroom that we use for japchae. But if you don't have it, you can use any other type of mushroom, or you can.
If you don't like mushrooms, you don't have to have them either. Okay.
And here on your side, I'm going to start cook our
and then that's just the beef. It's coming straight out of that marinated bowl there, straight in. Now, what's the texture that you like to have for these vegetables? Is it to be softened? Is it to be,
Yeah, so long as it's got softened, right? And then let me use all the juice out of it. So that's pretty
so
good
you went
amount.
straight in with all that too.
Right.
Everything.
But if you don't like any sauce, extra sauce, then you don't have to put all the extra sauce in there. But again, that's because I like to have it with the rice, and it's also not only to have the beef, but also I like to mix that with the white rice later.
I love it because to make your own bulgogi and cook it up with the rice or in a stir fry, grab Jeannie's recipe at our website, dinnerdeeas.com, where it's ready to print with all the ingredients, the amounts, and the directions. Just scan the QR code in the corner of the screen to find us right now on your phone. Okay, so is this coming along the way that you like it to be?
Yeah, and then you add both noodle and the sauce.
At the same time?
And then keep frying them. Again, if you boil your noodles, or if you soak your noodle in water for enough time, then you can just do it within a minute or so.
Okay.
If not, you can just cook a little more until it got soft.
Until it gets softened.
Yeah. So in this case, I prefer to cook for 3 minutes after you add your noodle.
Okay.
Then that's it. We're done.
And what was inside that sauce? What was I adding there?
So that sauce, we have soy sauce, of course, and a little bit of sugar, and then the starch syrup, and then oyster sauce.
And oyster sauce. Oh, this smells so good already. And it looks beautiful.
Right, that's the whole point of it too. Okay, so remember, we are having this dish to celebrate special days.
This is a celebratory meal. This is rooted in tradition.
So for birthday, whether you want to have some other dish, you will still have japchae and bulgogi because your mom gonna cook it anyway.
I love it because with both our dishes nearly done, we're taking a quick break. When we come back, how to serve up our celebratory stir fry ahead. Dinner DeeAs. Welcome back to Dinner DeeAs. We're making a dish of Korean barbecue beef called bulgogi, which literally translates as fire meat, and using it two ways, serving simply with rice, but also in a Korean stir-fry dish called japchae. Before the break, we cooked our marinated beef with carrots, adding onions, peppers, and mushrooms, then used a separate wok to cook up the bulgogi on its own, adding the noodles and a sauce of soy, starch syrup, sugar, and oyster sauce, which looks absolutely fantastic, and it smells really good. You want to try it and see if these came out the way that they should?
It's ready. Let me see. Do you want to go first?
Yeah, ladies first, absolutely.
I've been making this for so many times, but let me see if it...
Yeah?
We did it.
Oh, yeah, you did. You absolutely nailed it. Okay. Now, did I do it right, though? Because
Let me check.
This is the ceremonial dish. Please.
Oh, but you're not done yet.
I'm not done yet. What do I need to do next
Remember the sesame oil?
Sesame
That's a
oil
must
go
for
in.
Korean dish.
See, quality control, folks. It's all about the quality control. I
And then
wasn't done
mix
just yet.
them, right?
Okay, so then that's going to be just that nice little coating here.
It's just going to add one last piece to it. And we are ready.
Okay. Now, did I do justice?
Okay. Let me tell you. Whoop.
Yeah?
Yeah?
I did it?
You did it. Good.
Nailed it. All right. I can't just have a little bit on the fork. We got to get these on the plate. How do we get this all together? What do we need to do next?
So first of all, again, remember we cooked rice?
Yeah.
So let me see if this rice are all ready to. Whoop, looks good. So I'm going to have this rice ready.
Wow, look at that.
See this rice cooker. Yes,
Yeah.
I know rice cooker. There are a lot of fancier versions out there.
No, but look how much that is just sticking together to really kind of make that sushi grade rice that you strive for. Wow.
This will make your life so much easier.
Totally.
But you don't, unless you just eat rice on a daily basis, you don't have to have rice cooker. Now there's so many good options for instant rice.
Okay.
Rice in a pack where you can just microwave it for 1 minute or so.
Sure.
You're done.
Easy. All right.
So we have rice ready.
We got the rice ready.
Yeah, and I'm going to have my bulgogi onto this plate.
Okay.
And now you can also,
I can plate the same?
yeah, plate the same way. Because again, in Korea, we have rice, and dishes like this will be side dish.
Okay.
Or main dish in this case. But other than this, how we always have kimchi or any other, we call it banchan, right? Side dishes too. But we have to have just many different side dishes and main dishes as well that goes along with rice.
Okay.
So that's where, oh, we got a lot.
Yeah,
Plenty.
this is too much? You said it was a celebration dish, okay?
Yeah, so you have
I like
to
to
have a
celebrate.
lot. Yeah. You have to have a lot. And here I'm also going to add sauce to it.
Okay. Okay, so we're going all in. You're plating it all on that one. I'm going to
yeah.
plate more than on mine.
See, I told you, like I'm like a little of like a grandmother style, where
You-
I
yeah.
have to make sure
You gotta
I
go
feed my
all in for it
people.
there, it looks
Yes.
like. Okay. To cook up some Korean cuisine for your dinner tonight, grab the recipes Jeannie's been making at our website, dinnerdeeas.com. Just scan the QR code down there in the corner of your screen to find us. All right, we'll get a little bit more on this one here. And you said color, so that's the pile of colors I want right there.
Yeah,
right
be
there.
colorful.
Be colorful, she says. Be colorful. All right, then fine. I'll even be more colorful. I'm going to get the yellow bell pepper right there on that side. And then
you can sprinkle your sesame seeds on top of it.
okay.
Right.
Oh, look at that. Is that good? Is that a good amount?
And let me borrow your sesame seeds.
Deal. We can share. Sharing is caring, my friends. That's 2 dishes, all done in less than 30 minutes. Join us back here after the break ahead. Dinner Deeas. Welcome back to Dinner Deeas. Our dining destination today is Korea, thanks to our guest, Jeanie Kang. She runs BOM Oriental Market in Brandon and restaurant Gangchu in Seminole Heights. She's been showing us how to make bulgogi, marinated barbecue beef, and cooking it up on its own to have with rice and also as a part of our Japchae, Noodle Stir Fry. It's beautiful. It's tender with the noodles. The beef, out of this world fantastic. This has been a showstopper right here. Thanks again to Jeanie Kang. A link to her restaurant, Gangchu, is at our website, dinnerdeeas.com, along with the recipes for the dishes she shared with us today. Thanks for watching, and see you next time with more ideas for dinner, or as we call them, Dinner Deeas.